Good morning. This is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets. Driving while talking about markets. That's why it's called Driving Markets. And now let's kick off. So today's Thanksgiving Day in the US, Thursday, 28th of November. US markets are closed. Happy Thanksgiving to all the viewers. You can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok and X if you're interested in this channel. If you're not interested in this channel, then I would say get interested in this channel. Okay, right. So inflation, surprise, 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 surprise. Inflation is ticking up, and I've been saying this already for some time. Why not give myself some honor and some respect? Inflation is ticking up. Came out yesterday, the PCE. What is the PCE? The PCE is the Personal Consumption Expenditure Index, the most favored measure of inflation by the US Central Bank, the Fed, Jerome Powell, and all of his super duper cronies. So the PCE, which is measured based on the actual consumption of the individuals, in other words, the beef burgers, and how much they're paying in not only rent, in other visits to Disneyland, etc., came in higher than expected. Now, inflation has been ticking up already for some time, but it's been hidden by the Biden House administration because it doesn't look good when they report high numbers of inflation. But real inflation is running in the teens. So probably, I would say conservatively 13%. If I want to be Mayor Valensky and say it as it is, I think it's running at 18%. How do you know that? Well, it's quite simple. If you look on annual inflation, which is what the Fed and the Bureau of Analysts and Statistics use, or economic analysts use, is they're using the annual. So annual just gives you what's the percentage change from last year to this year, okay, over the year, 12 months. Yearly takes November's cost of goods and versus November 23 versus November 24. So if you take the basket of goods, the same basket of goods that you bought in November 2023, and you measure it now on November 2024, you can bet your bottom dollar, if you're using dollars or pounds or euros, whatever, that it's not gone up 2.3%. If it gone up 2.3%, there'd be no complaints. Everyone would be happy with what's going on. It hasn't gone up 2.3%. It's gone up more like 18%. That's real inflation. So Joe Public know the cost of inflation. They're not stupid, okay? Joe Public are fully aware of what is the cost of inflation. So when you've got someone like the central bank coming out and saying that inflation's only 2.3%, they are lying, they're fake, they're not telling you as it is. Now, inflation will continue ticking up in 2025, especially in the US, if Donald Trump and his administration successfully get the tariffs applied to the exporting countries to the US, because tariffs automatically will add a price, add money, a levy on the cost of goods. You can see inflation ticking up. The big question is, what will the Fed do with those numbers? Will they increase interest rates, or will they continue reducing interest rates? Dilemma for the Fed. I think what's likely to happen is that they won't reduce interest rates. They'll leave them static, but they won't raise interest rates either. That'll be an interesting setup to see how is this going to play out in 2025. Eventually, if Elon Musk is successful in the Department of Government Expenditure and manages to cut $2 to $3 trillion from the US federal spending, then that will slash inflation. So you could have a raising of tariffs and actually a lowering of inflation. That could be one to watch. If you're interested in a Follow Us Trade program, with pleasure, contact me, DM me. More than happy to see if you fit the category. I also have an Instagram and TikTok and X. And if you want to share, subscribe, follow, that's also great. Have a great day.